everybody, and welcome to Drink Talk Rock. I am your host, Johnny B, and it is good to see you guys. Well, I can't see you, but I know you're there, and I always appreciate it. We've got a few things to talk about today. We are having a benefit for a Miss Teresa Clinton. She was diagnosed with cancer, I believe, late last year or the middle of last year. And she's been having a real rough time, so Clayton Jackson is hosting a benefit for her. We are going to be at the Avenue Theater Sunday, March 10th at 2 p.m. in West Plains, Missouri. That's right off the square. We're going to be having live music. We've got a few bands going. Myself and Sarah Sky and Scott Taylor are going to be opening up the musical acts. And then we're going to have Randy Fallis going after us, and we've got a few other acts that are going to be going. There's going to be a silent auction. All the donations and the proceeds are going to go to Teresa Clinton to help her in her battle with cancer. She is going through chemo currently. She says she's feeling like crap, but she is fighting just as hard as she can. And our thoughts and our prayers are with her. And hopefully we can get a lot of people there so we can raise some money for her, because we want her to have the best journey through this. I can't imagine how hard it is, but I've had people in my family have had cancer. My grandmother died of breast cancer in 2001, and so cancer is obviously very close to all of our hearts, and we all want everyone who has it to beat it. So join us there at the Avenue Theater Sunday, March 10th. That's this Sunday at 2 p.m. in West Plains, Missouri, right off the square, to throw a benefit and, like I said, a silent auction as well. You can contact Clayton Jackson through Facebook for more details on the silent auction and what kind of items you can donate. I'm pretty sure you can donate pretty much anything. All of this is going to help Miss Teresa Clinton. I've never met this lady, but with the love and support that she has with everybody around her, I can tell that she is a wonderful, amazing lady, and anybody that's going through something like this needs a lot of support from all of us. So let's all come out Sunday, 2 p.m., March 10th, at the Avenue Theater in West Plains, Missouri. I want to thank you guys. Okay, so with that being said, this is Drink Talk Rock, so I'm going to pour me one for the night. If you have one yourself, go ahead and open her on up. Still haven't Googled a video on how to pour a beer. But hey, as long as it drinks. I'll drink the foam too. I like all of it. So tonight's flavor is Blue Moon. We're doing the Belgian Whites. We had a little bit of a monetary donation to the beer fund today. Oh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Okay, so I got one more announcement I want to give you guys, and then we'll get to the rock news of the day. Sarah and I had the honor of going out to Audio Arsenal Studios with our friends Michael Wiles and Nathan Salisbury. We started working on a record, and hopefully in the next week or so we will have a brand new song out by Broken Rise for you guys to enjoy. So we'll be looking forward to that. It was a great experience. We actually made a little bit of a short film, a little documentary of like a day in the studio with John and Sarah. And so we got a few clips in there so you can kind of see how it's going and how things, how it kind of works. And you can see our experiences in that. So that'll be uploaded probably tomorrow. I should have that up. So you guys check that out. It's a little documentary, and we're going to document each studio session that we have, so we can kind of show our experience, and to people who haven't been in a studio, maybe they can learn a little bit about being in a studio. Audio Arsenal is professional. They're really, really great. And we had a blast. So y'all be on the lookout for new Broken Rise music coming to you hopefully in the next week. It might be 2 weeks. He's working out some kinks in it, and we may have to go back in and re-record a couple things. So bear with us, but we do have music coming to you guys, and we thank you guys for all the support that you give us as a band. So hopefully when this comes out, you guys will see that all the support was worth it. Okay, so let's get to the rock news of the day. It seems to be the decade of the biopic. Now, over the last 10, 15 years, it seems that it's been much more popular for these movies that are about artists, about musicians, coming out to kind of highlight the parts of their life in order to make an entertaining movie. So the most recent one that I just heard about, I know that we've got Bohemian Rhapsody. That came out, and I've yet to see it. No spoilers, please. But we have a Motley Crue biopic, which admittedly I'm much more excited for. Love Freddie Mercury, but I'm a huge Motley Crue fan, a Crue head, if you will. And apparently Netflix is going to be hosting the movie. It's called The Dirt. It's going to release March 22nd, 2019, and I cannot reiterate to you guys enough how excited I am for this flick. And Motley Crue have one of the craziest stories ever when it comes to being a rock band. They have countless amounts of stories of being rowdy, tearing up hotel rooms, the traditional rock star mentality. There's stories of TVs going out of windows, certain members of the band snorting ants with Ozzy Osbourne. There's a lot of fucking shenanigans that are going to be put into this movie, as well as some more dramatic and heartfelt things as well. So I cannot wait to see it. The cast is as follows. There is a lot of no-namers. I don't mean that disrespectfully, but I looked up each of the actors, and I did not know who they were. But one name is going to really call out to you guys. Okay, so we got Douglas Booth playing Nikki Sixx, Ewan Rion playing Mick Mars, Daniel Welldoer playing Vince Neil, and get this, guys, Tommy Lee, the drummer of Motley Crue, will be played by Machine Gun Kelly. Yes, you are hearing it possibly here first. Machine Gun Kelly will be playing the badass drummer of Motley Crue, Tommy Lee. And I gotta say, I'm excited about it. I think Machine Gun Kelly has the perfect attitude for this kind of role. Tommy Lee is a no bullshit, not really interviewing, big dick swinging kind of player. And I think Machine Gun Kelly is just gonna knock that role right out of the park. I feel like he's gonna be stealing the show, but I could be surprised. Some of these no-namers could come out with something pretty amazing. The movie's based on a book called The Dirt: Confessions of the World's Most Notorious Rock Band. I thought I wrote down the author, but I guess you're going to have to find that out for yourself. If you guys want to check out the book, it's called The Dirt: Confessions of the World's Most Notorious Rock Band, which coincidentally is also the synopsis of The Dirt, so they just kind of moved that from one thing to the other. But yeah, I'm super, super excited. So, how it's going to stack up to other biopics of epicness like Bohemian Rhapsody. I made a list here. Straight Outta Compton was really amazing, and pretty accurate from what I hear on some parts and other parts not. There's an upcoming biopic. Now, I didn't get a whole lot of information about this, but there's an upcoming biopic called Rocket Man that's supposed to highlight the career and the start of Elton John. Like I said, it seems to be the year of the biopic. That seems to be the kind of the trend going on. And if all of them are getting the rave reviews that Bohemian Rhapsody is getting, or say like Walk the Line God, or 8 Mile, although that followed loosely with Eminem's life, if it is even close to the reception that those other movies got, I'm sure The Dirt is going to be absolutely fantastic. I am excited about it. I'd love it even more if Motley Crue would make a new album, but hey, you know, we can't always get what we want, so. Alright, moving on from that news. First of all, before we move on too far, how you guys doing? Haven't seen you guys in a week, and I wasn't able to get on yesterday, and I do apologize for that. We've been going through a move, me and my wife, and it's been pretty hectic. We have a lot of stuff, a lot of instruments, a lot of boxes, a lot of things that we have to do. So yesterday I was just really, really hectic, and I was like, I don't know if I can do it. Today I took a break a little bit earlier, so I thought, we'll go ahead and come on, and plus I saw a couple stories that I really, really liked, and I wanted to share those with you guys because not everybody looks up the news every day, so I hope that that's what I am here for. Go ahead and leave me a comment on how your weekend went, how your week went. I missed you guys. Love you guys. Hope you guys are getting drunk with me. Having a little blue moon. I have got some news about my favorite band of all time. It's been 3 years since their last album, The Last Hero, and we have been wondering what is going on with Alter Bridge. When will there be new music? Everybody's still alive in the band. Alter Bridge. Yes. All right, got some Alter Bridge fans out there. Very cool. Okay, so here's the news. On November 7th, 2018, it was announced that Alter Bridge were to begin, they were going to start writing the sixth album, so that's when I'm guessing lyric ideas and riff ideas started to go around. The band is separated for a lot of the time, so when it comes to things like that, they have to write a lot of things on the road. And let me tell you, Miles Kennedy and Tremonti have been touring nonstop since the last album came out. Alter Bridge, the members of Alter Bridge are the hardest working men in the music business with the least amount of recognition. That's just where I stand with it. I think they're a fantastic band. The riff writing is amazing. The lyrics are amazing. The singing is amazing. The drums are amazing. The bass is inventive. I could gush over Alter Bridge all day long, but I want to tell you guys what is going on. The band is officially set to enter the studio in April, I believe. I think they are doing some preliminary stuff this month, but they're officially going to be in the studio in April with hopes to have the album ready for the release in October. Typically, they do have an October release. I think all but one album was released in October, so they're trying to keep this one the same. Now, The Last Hero was the last album, and I thought it was amazing. I really thought it was good. It was different than the other albums, but it was very anthemic, very bombastic, in a good way, very, very like a wall of sound. Any of you people who have experience in the studio knows what that means. They're really, in this album, they really pushed the limit as far as I think the sound would go. Some people loved it, some people hated it. Half of the people went, "This is amazing, this is a great evolution of Alter Bridge." A small minority of the people thought that it was just too different from their last albums, which is a story that circulates and circulates and circulates with every band. Once they start hitting the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth album, they get bored. They want to do something else. They want to go outside of their comfort zone to make an album that they really like. And also, as people, we evolve. We move to the next step. We get bored with certain things, and then we move on to other things. And so the result of that is that the music is going to change. You start out a 20-year-old, rocking out to some punk grunge. By the time you hit 40, you're almost a folk singer because it's just the maturity of how it comes. And also with a lot of the artists, they start out very in pain and I'll say almost angered because they've been trying so hard to make it, that once they officially make it and once they get to the top, really it doesn't make a whole lot of sense other than relating to other people of why they would still be writing quote-unquote sob stories. If you have $1 million, you're going to take hate from either side of it. Either you're going to get hate that you're being too happy and we want the sad stuff back, or we'll say more emotional stuff. And you'll have the other half that's going, oh, we want more evolution. So I say all that because there's news that this album, for the people that love Alter Bridge and love the older albums more than the last album, Tim Tournier, the band's manager and the touring bassist for Miles Kennedy's solo act, which he's been touring all year long, he left a comment on the Army of 12 fan page, I believe, of Alter Bridge, saying that fans of older Alter Bridge music will not be disappointed. Now that's kind of vague, not a lot of detail, I know, but hey, it's like it's something, It's a little bit of news. Tim Tournier is like the kind of like the secret window into the band's life. So you look in that secret window, and every once in a while he'll drop a little bit of knowledge on you, or a little bit of this, or a little hint of that, or he'll be the one recording the live video in the back, and the band might not know about it, but he makes sure that the fans always know what's going on. So I thought it was really cool that he left that comment for everybody in Army of 12 to kind of have hope that, although I hope personally that this is an evolution of the band, and I hope that it's a step forward. I mean, it's always a step forward. I really do. I hope there's something new in it. I wouldn't mind a few tracks that kind of reminisce about the way that it used to sound, just a little bit, because I think it's important to have both. I think anthems are amazing. I think they're really, really important. In fact, my critique for Alter Bridge's older albums is there's probably not enough anthems. It's a lot of storytelling, and a lot of songwriting. And if you're into that thing, that kind of thing, which I love songwriting, but as far as when I'm listening to an entire album, I feel like anthems are really, they're the balls of it. You know what I mean? Like Def Leppard knew how to create a good mix of, or I should say knows how to create a good mix of like bombastic anthems with storytelling, with a little bit of, they can get kind of folky with some of the things that they do, but they have lots of layers to what they do, and so does Alter Bridge. So what I am hoping is that this album is a culmination of all of those things that they've learned over the years, maybe going back a little bit to the stuff that made the fans fall in love with them, but also adding in some of the styles from these new tracks, like Island of Fools. That's a good track you should look up by Alter Bridge. Island of Fools is a really great one. The Last Hero, This Side of Fate, Show Me a Leader. That's basically half the album, but you should check out all of those because you can see how it's like really driving, really emotional, yet just big. You could see fireworks, you could see a lot of things going on with that. So I know I'm ranting, I'm rambling. It's because I love Alter Bridge. I cannot tell you enough how much I love Alter Bridge. I met the guys 4 or 5 times. I think I've said that before on here, and I'll probably say it 100 times more. I met them. They're the greatest, nicest famous people I've ever met in my life. They say don't meet your heroes, but if your hero is Alter Bridge, meet them. They're great. They're really, really great guys. Okay, so I will stop rambling about my favorite band of all time and get to a little bit more of rock news that I found out. Now, my buddy Jake Taylor, he does a music discussion podcast typically on Thursdays, I believe. So check that out for Thursdays. His name's Jake Taylor. Check him out. He really he's a lot like me in the styles of music that he likes and the way he thinks about it. But we also have, differing opinions on certain things, and I can't wait to have him on the show. But he was mentioning a band called Hollywood Vampires that maybe not a lot of people know. If you don't know, you should really, really check these guys out. They don't have an album that I am aware of. They do play live, but I think their purpose and the reason they were put together is really, really great. I think it's a great story, and I think it's a great message to send to people. So they're called the Hollywood Vampires. They are a supergroup made out of none other than lead singer Alice Cooper, Aerosmith's Joe Perry, and Johnny Depp rocking out on stage in all of the organic glory that those three icons could bring together. And you did hear that right. Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp was a guitar player before he was an actor. And I have a friend of mine that knew him personally that knew that he loves rock and roll. It's not a gimmick. It's not a stunt. He loves it, and he's good at it. So this band was formed in 2015 to honor rock stars that had died of excess. And I think that is the most important thing about this band. Whether you like their music, whether you like the covers they do a lot of covers and stuff of bands and stuff like that. I think we all can respect the message of that group. They're around for the Jim Morrisons of the world, for the Janis Joplins of the world. And also, they're really, really big on depression, anger issues, mental disorders, and things like that. They're really a band that has been put together in order to help people and also have fun. I mean, look them up. Hollywood Vampires. Johnny Depp does the rhythm guitar. He does do some solos in it too. Joe Perry does some lead and some rhythm guitar. They both do some backup vocals. It's a fantastic setup that you just wouldn't know would work. I mean, it's just, they've been around for many years, but I definitely haven't checked them out as extensively as I have in the last week or so. But everything that I've heard is amazing, and when I heard that they were formed in order to help people that are alcoholics and help people that are going through substance abuse issues, depression issues, anger issues, I mean, that just put them at the top of my list as far as supergroups go. They're really, really, really fantastic. So if you ever get a chance, like right after this video, go to YouTube, look up the Hollywood Vampires. While you're there, check out some Alter Bridge. And also, while you're there, why don't you check out the trailer for The Dirt from Motley Crue. Now is the portion of the podcast where you guys get to tell me what you want to talk about, what's on your mind musically, or maybe not musically. Maybe you just need to talk, or maybe you have some questions about this podcast. I really want to talk to you guys. I want you guys to know that I read every single one of your comments, and I try to reply to all of them as much as I can to let you guys know that I'm here, and I really, really, really want to talk to you guys. How was your weekend? Did anybody do anything interesting over the weekend? You guys have good luck staying warm, and let's see, Pam Duncan. Johnny Depp has been playing for many, many years. Yes. Johnny Depp, as far as I know, I don't know about his projects before, but Johnny Depp started out, to my knowledge, in a band called the Rock City Angels. He was the rhythm guitarist for them for a while. My buddy Greg Larson, or Ringo Jukes, if he prefers to be called. I don't know if I should have just said his real name on here. But anyways, he was the drummer for the Rock City Angels, and he was good friends with Johnny Depp. And then Johnny Depp left to go join 21 Jump Street, the famous 80s show. And from there, Johnny just kind of went up and up and up and up and up. And I guess after Pirates of the Caribbean, he was like, well, I want to get to playing music again. So that's really, really cool. I think it's cool when actors play music or musicians act or whatever. Me as a musician, I hope to do everything. I am a media nut. I love editing video. I love editing audio. I love singing. I love playing guitar. I'd like to hope that I could act, although I have never done it. I definitely would be interested in taking classes. If anybody wants to fund that, let me know. Just $169 a week for the rest of my life. So anybody who wants to donate to that cause, just let me know. But definitely before I go, I want to tell you guys, I said it last week, but I want to tell you guys how you can get your free Drink Talk Rock keychain from me for free. All you have to do is go to youtube.com, type Drink Talk Rock, and go to any of the videos. Comment Drink Talk Rock on any of the videos. I will leave you a heart. Once you see the heart, you will that'll be your notification to know that you've qualified as one of the first 25 people to earn a Drink Talk Rock keychain. And I want you guys to go to youtube.com, go like all my videos, subscribe to my page, hit the notification bell. Once you hit subscribe, a little bell will pop up. Hit that bell. You'll get alerts every single time whenever I post a video. I do want to apologize a little bit today. I don't know why I say that. Apologize a little bit. I apologize a lot of it. I have been a little bit scattered this week, so these haven't been as long and as in-depth as maybe I would like them to be. But I do appreciate you guys bearing with me. I know there's been a lot of time changes. I've said it's going to be on Monday, and then it's on Tuesday, and then it's on Wednesday. And I don't know. I mean, by the time we're done here, I may just start going live every single day. Would you guys want to see that? Would you guys like maybe 15 minutes every day to talk about the rock news of the day? If you guys would like that, give me a thumb. I want to hear, or no, you know what? Sarah started it up. Let's see the hearts. If you guys want me to start more of a daily thing that might be a little bit shorter, maybe a little bit easier to digest, throw some hearts up in the air. I want to see what you guys think of that. Dylan Harder says definitely go live every day. Also said we'll definitely need that keychain. Okay, Dylan Harder, go to youtube.com. Dylan Harder is awesome, by the way. I met him at an Alter Bridge concert, and he's also a Green Bay Packers fan, and I love him. He doesn't know it, but I love him, and we need to hang out sometime before one of us are dead, preferably. Okay, so let's see. I'm getting some hearts. You want to see it live every day. Okay, cool. Very cool. Why don't we let's start maybe 2-3 days a week, and we'll kind of work it up from there. Like I said, I'm going through a move right now. I've got a lot of things going on, but once I get settled into my new place, which should be around the beginning of next week, I will be more consistently on here. Hopefully we'll have a little better set. We'll get some things going, at least a sheet or something behind me. You guys would want to see more content. You guys want to see more obviously you want to see them more consistent, but if you want them more constant, maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or maybe Monday through Friday, or we could do a weekend thing, Friday through Sunday, just as long as I don't go over my buddy Jake Taylor's music discussion podcast, because I want you guys to check that out. Look up Jake Taylor. I think he's posted I know he has shot a couple live videos. I do not know if he has posted and saved them. I believe he has. So after this, go to Jake Taylor's page. Check out his music discussion podcast. It is really, really great. It's very intuitive. He's got a good perspective on music, and he appreciates music for what music is. That's why we're friends. So with that, I want to remind you one more time, go to the Drink Talk Rock YouTube page, type Drink Talk Rock Rules on any of the videos. I will heart it. Once you get that heart, you will know that you are qualified for a free Drink Talk Rock keychain from yours truly. Thank you for watching Drink Talk Rock. Always drink responsibly. Drink plenty of water. It'll save you a headache in the morning. We love you guys. Have a good night. I'll end on a chug. Yep.